select recommended. I would do that. Now you have this. And also you have these active targets. You can drag this around and move it. Dantes, you fuck. So you can move this over here. You don't need Questy anymore. You only.
Bro, why am I catching every stray?
Active targets. Display tips. I saw fucking Dantes have this on blinking in the middle of his screen for like 20 minutes. Turn those off. None of those tips are good. They're garbage.
We have Dantes. Dantes is orc.
Again? It's fine.
Sorry, I made a mistake on the last two.
Oh, okay.
Bio?
They are actually Dantes and Biotox are not orc. They are.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, that's solid!
Some diversity.
Where am I supposed to post my reaction time?
Yeah, it's required.
Yeah, it's required.
Hey, wait. What is being undead?
Wait, how do we get that time? Where do we do
Reaction
that?
speed touched? Human benchmark.
Okay.
The higher the number, the better.
Here, I'll link it.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Reaction time. This is actually
Time to get this started.
Yes, sir.
So, welcome everyone. Tomorrow we have OnlyFans, or just the fresh servers in general. So this is the final day. If you want to get some practice in, this is the day to do it. Before you do that, though, this is just going to be a new. I mean, we're talking noob shit. This is shit that a lot of the WoW sweats don't even think about. That new players just don't know, and there's nothing that's going to tell you. And we're gonna. At first, we had 140 slides. We trimmed it down to 40. So when I say every one of these slides is something that is important, I mean it. We trimmed it down. We want no bloat. All of this is important. We're going to teach you how to do just opening the game and getting started and what you're trying to do. The fucking basics. Just so you're not overwhelmed or confused. Okay? Because a lot of people have shown that that is the case, and we'd like to avoid that. So, starting off, I'm going to
40 MS reaction time, I'm the GOAT.
Warcraft, just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to show you add-ons, settings. I'm going to show you what they do, how to enable them, etc. So, starting off, you're going to make your character. You're going to log in, and this is the troll starting zone. It doesn't matter where you start. It's all the same.
Watching this thing.
With the settings that you're going to fuck with. Step one, we're going to look at different Blizzard settings. So let me go here and let me reset everything to default.
Wait, is he...
All settings. If you want, I recommend you log into WoW right now and you just follow along, because these settings you're going to change. I'm just going to share my whole screen here. Do you see it now?
Wait, so this is like...
Yes.
Dude,
You see this?
Yes.
Okay,
this is like World of Warcraft tech support.
140p, but it's there.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So you're gonna log in, and just remember, this game is from 2004. It is garbage, and not a lot has been. This is the 2004 version of the game with some adjustments here and there, but the actual settings in game are terrible, and a lot of the settings I'm gonna give you here are not recommendations. There's no player in this game that doesn't use these settings and change them when they first log in. Okay, so setting number one. Let's go through this list. Sticky targeting. This is stupid. You can use it, but you shouldn't. You turn this off. What this does is, let's say I target this guy here, Bod. If I click over here, I'm stuck targeting him. That shouldn't be how it is. The only way to untarget is hitting escape. Options, sticky targeting. Turn that off. Next thing, target of target. This should be on. What this does is when you target
But I
someone,
don't see where is
I
it.
can see that Tizinu is
But
now
I don't see where is
targeting
it.
himself.
Target of target,
That's
where
what
is
this little
that?
name right here is. This should always be on. No reason to ever not. Next thing, instant quest text. If I talk to this guy, look at this. Miserable.
Slow as fuck.
It's miserable. So let's go to the option. Type in quest. Instant quest text. Talk to him. Look at that. Accept. Simple. No reason to not have that on. If you want to read the lore, like, that's fine, but you still should have instant quest text. Action bars. No one in this game that has achieved it only plays with one action bar. Okay? This is not enough. You will turn this on instantly. Options. You type in action bar. Action bar 2, enabled. 3, 4, and 5. All of them. enabled if you
Jesus
want.
Christ!
Get all these extra bars now.
Oh my
You need to have
God!
this. Stupid to not have it. I don't know anyone that doesn't. Let's see. Next thing. Camera. Am I going too quick for you
Wait,
guys?
I don't have any action bars.
You can always go back to the VOD.
No, you
Is
can't.
anyone-
Oh, I do! Oh my God, you can click.
Yeah, the instant text one. Where was that again? Very quickly.
Well, just
type in instant text.
There's
and
a
then
search.
I got it. Okay.
What the fuck? Did I get banned?
just type in instant.
Oh my God, I got
instant quest
fucking
text.
banned.
No reason to not.
I got fucking banned.
Where was I? You're at your camera. So let's go camera here. So
No, the servers just suck. Oh, okay.
you should have.
Oh
your
no, it's because
camera
my
at
name
max
was
distance.
Penis Boy. I got
Even if you want to
reported.
play zoomed in, like this, that's fine. No problem. But you should be able to zoom out all the way. So there's no reason to not have your camera enabled at max distance available. The next issue, and this is the biggest thing. The amount of people that I've seen die during practice because they don't strafe. This is strafing, okay? Where you can attack while running away at max speed. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm attacking. Let me run away. They turn around, run this way, not attacking, back around. All NPCs. If you want this on, I think you should. It just shows these green names so you know where all the vendors are. You see them in the distance, right? Just turn that on, in my opinion. Next thing. I am baffled. The thing is, this wasn't even in the game before, but Blizzard did add it recently to Classic. Showing enemy cast bar. Baffling that this is not on by default. If someone's casting a spell, an enemy you're killing, you need this on to see that they're casting and see what they're casting. They added it to the game, but it's not on by default. Very important. Let's see here. Next, power bars. All right, I'm just going to explain to you what it is. When you're in a party with someone or a raid, and you don't have these power bars on, you're only going to see their health. But by having power bars on, you can now see their mana.
Is that
That's
important?
it. So you want to see your teammates' mana, etc. Turn on power bars. That's all that does. The next thing, class colors. When you're in a group with people, they're all just going to be like this default green, everybody. By turning on class colors, it'll change their, what's the word? Their health bar in your party. It'll change their raid frames to be the color of their appropriate class. No reason to not have that on. I don't know anyone that doesn't do that. It's stupid. Where's display tips? I saw fucking Dante's have this on blinking in the middle of his screen for like 20 minutes. Turn those off. None of those tips are good. They're garbage. When you log in, you're going to have this big blinking exclamation point.
Why did I
Click it.
catch a strike for
Before closing
that?
it, uncheck the box to stop displaying tips and then close it. You'll never see them again. You'll never need to see them. They're garbage. Terrible tips. Another thing. Let me go pull a mob.
Wait, I don't see them.
Do you guys have game sound on or no?
But I don't see it.
Can you hear my game?
Guys, I don't see display tips.
No.
Guys, I don't see display
All right.
tips.
Well, you're going to hear this. When you guys play, if you are hitting a button,
Oh my
that's
God, I
on
don't see
cooldown, it'll
fucking
say,
tips.
I can't do that yet. Not enough rage. Not enough mana. I can't do that yet. Over and over and over again. Right? To turn that off, disable error speech. It's going to make you blow your head off if you listen to it for more than 10 minutes. Okay? Error speech turned off. Another thing, orcs and trolls, specifically you guys, but honestly everyone should pay attention to this. There is a command prompt or just a message. You're going to type
That's the wrong one.
/console ffx glow 0. The reason you do this is it makes the game not blind you. If you saw how orange it was, this is normal. It's just bright orange and ugly and hideous. Type this command /console ffx glow space 0. It makes it better. All right. Viewers are probably going to annoy the fuck out of you while you play and say it's hard. My
Guys,
eyes,
what the
it
fuck?
burns. Yeah, turn that off.
Well,
Or
guys,
at least
what else
set
is
that
your shop?
command. Next thing, you can show bag space. Someone showed me this. I didn't even know you could do this, to be honest with you. Show available bag space. So right now I have 13 slots available. You'll see the number 13 right here. You can turn that on if you want.
Okay.
It's cool.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
More optional things that a lot of people talk about. Auto loot. So right now when I loot this guy, you'll see there's a ruined pellet. I can right click it and loot it. If I hold shift, look at how the bag changes. It's going to auto loot it. So what auto loot does is it swaps it. So if you want it on, now if you hold shift, it doesn't auto loot, but by right clicking, it will auto loot.
Guys, I don't understand the difference.
I play with it odd off, but it doesn't matter. A couple other things. Status text. A lot of people like having their health bar. So look at my health in the top left. Numeric value. I can set that. Now I have this 66 health, and I'll see it. You can do percentage. There are spells in this game that can't be used unless they're like 20% health or below. So some people like having that on. A lot of people like having both. But status text is a fun thing. I personally use none, but there's no benefit to that. It's up to you. It's your preference. Cooldowns on numbers. Let me turn that on. So let's look at Raptor Strike. This spell is a 6-second CD. Let me find a boar. And then we'll get to we're almost done. We'll get to the PowerPoint.
Wait, guys, is all this going to reset if I make a new character? No way, right?
It shows a number. A lot of people, you guys might like having that on.
It saves?
What else? Raid style party frames. So let me invite someone to the group here. Hopefully this guy joins. Please fucking join. I know you're watching the stream, you freak. There we go. All right. So this guy's in my group, and you see his frame here. Here he is. Whatever the fuck. When you're in a group with more than 5 people, you must enter a raid. Parties are 5 or less. When you join a raid, your raid frames will change to be raid frames. They look very different. But you can make your party be the same as your raid if you like. So notice this is a raid frame now. By default, it is hideous. How do I adjust this? Why is it so puny?
In the same place you were at.
Yeah, it's settings.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Frame height, width. Tab and frame, it'll come up with it.
Guys, I don't understand what's happening right now. And
Okay,
I've been listening, but I'm just not
frame.
like, I'm not
So you
absorbing
want to
any
adjust
of it.
this.
I'm
You can
absorbing
see how we have
nothing.
power bars. You can see mana down here. Now I can show you guys. So power bars off. You notice how the mana and rage leaves. Let's do class colors. Notice there's fucking green now. So you're going to want to have those checked. Stupid to not. Personally, I use raid frames when I'm in groups larger than 5. I prefer the parties though. So I don't actually use raid style party frames, but there's no reason not to. It's up to you. It's your preference. Let's see.
Do it later? Okay.
A lot of people were talking about DX11 in your graphics. So, and DX12. Apparently, if you are on DX12, which a lot of you are going to default be on DX12, this right here in Graphics API, it can crash your computer. Or not computer, your game. In hardcore WoW, that's really bad. I don't know if this is fixed or still a problem, but I would just play on DirectX 11. I don't even know what the fuck this does, what it changes.
Nice.
Just put it on DX11. It crashes less. Blah, blah, blah. What else? Self-highlight. Raid self-highlight. Circle. So you can have this on if you want. It will give you a permanent circle under your character just to see where you are. People said it might be good for new players, but up to you guys. I'll copy paste this whole thing in the Discord somewhere. So moving on to the PowerPoint. All right. Newbie 101. We didn't include the Blizzard stuff, but here we go with the next things. How do I full screen? F11. That didn't work. How do I full screen this shit? Control F5 to start it.
Press
Control
slideshow.
F5.
Yeah.
The slideshow button somewhere top right. It should be.
We got it. Newbie 101. Here we go.
All right, guys, let's watch.
Boom. Personalize your key bindings. So if you look at the bar on the screen, you're going to have a lot of spells in this game. This isn't League of Legends where you only have 6 and maybe bindings for targeting like your 5 teammates, whatever. You're going to have, assuming you're playing the game right, like 80 key bindings. In order to get key bind, like so you have Q,
fuck?
E, R, T, G, F, V, C, X, Z, but then you have Shift Q, Shift R, Shift T, Control R, Control T, Alt Q, Alt T, Alt F, Alt C.
How do you even remember
And
this
some
shit?
of these bindings are much more difficult to hit than the others. You don't have to do this. This is like advanced. You don't have to keybind everything. But if I was starting new, I would want someone to tell me this before really like getting comfortable. Because later on, you're just gonna, hey, I want to actually like keybinding everything, but you're not used to it. So you can start early and get used to the key bindings. When you do that, try to prioritize the good key bindings for the spells that should be good key bindings.
There's a little...
Grayson, for example, binds his ice block to Alt 6. I would like everyone to try and hit that.
Wow, that is those dog shit keybind in the world. That's crazy.
That's disgusting.
Ice block is your best defensive spell. It makes you immune to all damage instantly, breaks you out of everything for 10 seconds. So in a pinch, when you're at 5% fucking health and you have to reach and hit Alt 6, you're an idiot. I don't know why Grayson does that. That is a prime example of what the fuck not to do. All right, so think about your key bindings. Think about the future. I know you guys aren't going to know what spells you're going to have. Whatever you're good with, just think about that for moving on.
Change the strafing
All right.
thing? Wait, how do I do that?
Does it matter if we have like smaller keyboards, or is a full-size keyboard like recommended?
Any keyboard you want, whatever you're comfortable with.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, so true.
It's the motion of the ocean.
The only thing you're missing
So I do
out
that?
is like auto run and like RP walk. If you
Because you can change those keybinds to anything though.
Change them, yeah.
Yeah. So one other thing before I really move on in game. So I talked about strafing. Strafing is very important. You don't have to do it, but in this game, like it's just if you're walking away from a mob like this, I mean, it's much slower than walking away like this. You need to strafe. So I would say early on, go to your bindings. Let's go to key bindings, movement. It's pretty straightforward. Adjust your bindings. So in order for me to strafe, I have to hold right click and then I hit my D key. You don't have to do it like that. It's whatever you're used to. If you want to bind it to where just hitting D doesn't do this and it strafes, options, key bindings.
Well, yeah, that makes more sense, no?
Strafe left. Let's make that, or no, yeah, strafe left. Let's make that A and strafe right D. Now I don't have to right click. So whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to hold right click to strafe, then change this. I'm a default Andy. I don't mind. Where the fuck? Turn left.
On that note, I mean, I guess you're already going to mention it, but don't never run away from a mob with your back to it.
Yeah,
that's we'll talk about that later. Yeah, you don't want to show your back. So when you're running away from mobs, you don't want to show your back, and we'll talk about why. But important when you're leveling, start out with movement key bindings that you want to get used to that are good. If you want to strafe with Q and E, that's fine. But remember, those are also really good key bindings for spells. You're now sacking a lot of good key bindings for spells. But you can still do it. There's plenty of buttons on your keyboard. Moving on, back to the PowerPoint. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. All right, into the next part of Classic WoW being bad.
I already have this!
Add-ons. Add-ons are not optional. You are going to use some. Now, you don't have to completely revamp your game or any of that. It's not crazy, but there are some things that are just quality of life, and anyone who says that you're not playing the game right because you're using no add-ons is dumb as dirt. There are add-ons you should have, especially as a new player. There are add-ons that will tell you, let's just go over them. All the good add-ons.
Aura has arrived.
I'd rather not start with the questing add-ons. I'd rather start with something really simple like Bestiary. No one remembers what any of these mobs do. They have no clue. They don't care because if you die, it's not a big deal. But now it is. So look in the bottom right. This Scorpion worker has something called weak poison. So let me hold down control. It shows what it does. This isn't a big deal. This poison's not going to hurt me or change anything really. But there are mobs in this game that have, like, example, Execute. Execute one-shots you pretty much, and it can only be used when you're below 20% health. So you need to know if a mob has Execute, or maybe they have a Disarm, which can make you not able to attack for 10 seconds, and you're a warrior. You need to know these things. There's a lot of other bullshit, but Bestiary will just basically, if they have spells, hover over, you can see what they have in the bottom right. That's all it does. It's very simple.
To add to that, if you hover over it, it doesn't show all of them. If you have to hold down control when you hover over it, it'll actually break down and tell you how much damage each of it does and how long you're stunned for, how long you're CC'd for, and stuff like that too.
Yeah, that's what I said. So inflicts 1 nature damage to an enemy every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. Hold control. That's how I'm changing it. Very simple. Next.
I think we should mention trash, because that's a lot of mobs have trash.
They're not going to have to
Why
worry
did
about
that guy
Thrash for a
say
good long
that?
time. We'll have plenty of other meetings. But yeah, Thrash is another spell you'll have to worry about. Let's not overload them. Who cares? Not a big deal. Next, add-ons. Where's my PowerPoint? What's training? So in this game, you are able to train spells every 2 levels. So at level 2, at level 4, at level 6, at level 8. But you don't know what you can train. So if you look at my spell book, you have marksman. These are my different specializations as a hunter. You'll have Beastmaster here soon. Let me download what's training and show you guys what that does. Let's just type in what. Should be good enough. Okay. What? There it is. Reinstall. You guys should just hit the install button and you're good. Now /reload. Add-ons. What's training. Turn it on. All this does, it adds this little book right here. You can now see what you're going to be able to train every 2 levels. So as soon as right now, available, I can get track beasts. At level 4, I get these. Level 6, I get this. It just tells you. Otherwise, you're going to be Googling it. All right? Just download the add-on. It's very useful, very simple. It doesn't change the game much. Just get it.
Wait, what's it
Next
called again?
add-on, moving forward.
What's training?
Weapon swing timer. This and 5-second rule. So as a warrior, for example, you're going to want weapon swing timer. This just shows you the time between your auto attacks. So let me go auto attack a fucker. This boar works. Or the bow. Even the bow works. So shooting. You have no idea when the next shot's going to go out. So let me show you with the weapon swing timer. Let's do weapon. Let's type in weapon. This works. Weapon swing timer, whatever the fuck. Reinstall. We'll use my bow as an example. I can shoot. Okay, this is hideous. I hate this one. But up to you. I can see when I'm ready to shoot, basically. Good for warriors. 5-second rule. It's good for mages, but honestly, you guys don't need to worry about this yet. I wouldn't care.
Laura's just playing the game right now?
Nova World buffs, you guys don't need to worry about. Actually, yes, download Nova World buffs. There's going to be a bunch of... Huh?
You're wild till you get world buffs, though.
She's real for that
Yeah,
one.
but it's not just that. It also shows what layer we're on. When you first log in, everyone is going to be in the starting zones. The way Blizzard combats the lag behind that is they create layers. Layers are just different phases. You're on the same server, but you're on a different layer just to split the player base a little bit. We might all try and get on the same layer so we can actually play together. Nova World buffs shows what layer you're on. So Nova World buffs, currently I'm on layer 1. Unit scan, very important. It will inform you if a dangerous mob spawns or comes close to you. So I would download unit scan.
Get the hardcore one.
Hardcore unit scan. Which one?
Probably just type in unit scan. The actual name of it is unit scan space hardcore. That one works really well. It's like fifth one down right there.
Fifth one. Unit scan hardcore. This one?
The one with 90.7K.
Yeah, 90. That one's really good. It already has all the mobs for hardcore loaded into it.
Okay.
And it will beep if you get near an elite mob too.
All right. So unit scan hardcore, sure. Download this one. There's going to be, say you're in a level 20 zone. Blizzard thought, again, this game isn't meant to be played as hardcore. Like, there's roleplay lore bullshit where a random level 50 elite mob is patrolling around in a level 20 zone. It will one-shot you. This add-on will like fucking alarm sound tell you, hey, motherfucker, there's a mob near you that you need to stay away from or you're dead. Okay? So unit scan hardcore, very necessary. There's mobs I don't even know are in the game. Let me go back. Hang on. What else? Atlas loot. This is a fun one. I would download Atlas loot. Let's type in Atlas. Atlas loot classic. All one word. Reinstall. This, see this little button right here? You click that. You can go through every dungeon in the game. RFC, you don't know what any of these are, and that's okay. But as you play and you start to get more understanding of what's going on, you're not as overwhelmed. You'll start kind of seeing what's happening. So the first dungeon you can run will be RFC. Ragefire Chasm, level 13 to 18. And you can look through the bosses and see what loot can drop.
Oh.
Just a little fun, something to do while you're on flight paths. Like, oh, I'm almost level 20. I could run Wailing Caverns. And you get to see the kind of gear that can drop in Wailing Caverns. And then you can form a group for it and go do it. So Atlas loot, classic add-on. Very nice. You should get that. Next, back to the PowerPoint. What else? Bagnon. You don't have to get this. A lot of people don't play with it, but I think you guys might like it. Get Bagnon. It's just better inventory. Not a lot of people play without it.
Ask questions.
Deathlog announces player's
Bro,
death, provides a death heat map, useful for identifying dangerous places. So let's download Deathlog. I have it on already. Here's your Deathlog box. So if someone dies in the world right now, I will see it announced here. And I'll get to see the cause of death and everything like that. It's pretty fun. And also, look at my map now. All of these red spots, this is where people tend to die regularly. Clearly, no one dies in the starting zone. A lot of people die right fucking here, though. Or here. Let's go to the Undead City, where there's a fucking elevator that people constantly die in. Here's Undercity. Red as fuck in the city where you'd think it'd be safe. I don't know. Elwyn Forest is fucked. I don't know what's going on here. So download Deathlog, shows you like red spots. You'll be like, oh, this is a little bit of a scary area. So it can actually be pretty helpful. Twitch emotes. This basically makes emotes work in-game from Twitch. I don't think it does all of them, but, you know...
That's the most necessary one.
Is there a better Twitch emote? There's so many. Leatrix. This is a very good, important add-on. Let me open it. It does multiple things
I have that one, but I don't know what it does.
So Curseforge, Leatrix. You're going to want to get Leatrix Maps, Classic Era, and Leatrix Plus, Classic Era. Both of these are important. Leatrix Maps, I think I need to enable it. If you looked at my map before, now it's much more detailed. You can see, like, it's kind of darker because this stuff is unexplored, but it'll show what it does look like. It's pretty nice. It shows flight paths. This is here. So it shows extra information, shows you where dungeons are, this big blue portal. It's not in the base game. You got to get an add-on for this. I didn't even realize it wasn't in the base game until I was doing all of this. And then Leatrix Plus. This is big for streamers. Big streamers listen. Very important. You're going to have annoying viewers follow you around. There are things you can do to make it better. You can mute people who spam. Huh?
All right. Guys, let Soda talk.
No, I heard someone say 1 sec. Did you have something? Who cares? Okay.
Yeah,
/LT. Go ahead, Fizz.
I think you're doing a great job.
I'm trying to just not do info overload. You guys can always come back to the VOD. /LTP brings up Leatrix Plus. In Leatrix Plus, you want to have show vendor price on. So when I hover over this, I can see the sell price is 1 copper. Money is going to be a bitch at first. And bag space is going to be a bitch at first. So I guarantee you, every single one of you, when you're first starting out leveling, you're going to find your bags to be completely full. And you're going to not be able to loot something that dropped that sells for a lot. You need to know what in your bags doesn't sell for jack shit. So you can take it, delete it, because it doesn't matter, and then loot something else. So you're going to want to have /LTP vendor price enabled. You can also do things like auto repair.
Where is that?
I think that's all for good. Oh, DPS meter. Okay, 2 more. DPS meter. You're going to download. People are going to be elitist about it. Details. Details is good. This will show how much damage you're doing, but there's also a threat meter built into it. You don't need to worry about this while leveling, but it can still be pretty fun to see how much DPS you're doing. Options, window control,
it's so
create
much
window.
shit.
So now you have 2 windows. And now we can change it to healing done. So now you can have people competing on who's doing more healing, who's doing more damage. Almost everyone in this game has a DPS, healing meter, and threat meter. So we'll hide that though. /details. Hide. All right. All right. Hopefully we're not overloading a little bit. Last things, add-ons wise, this is it. Questing. What you're doing in this game is leveling. Back in the day, everyone would read the quest and it would say travel west and kill 10 boars. And you'd look at your map and you would go west. You would just have to, the first boars you find, you would just assume that's it. Then Questy came out. All right. Now let's look at what Questy does. Right now I have a quest. Okay, hold on. Let me fucking figure this out. Right now I have a quest to turn this in. Let me grab Questy now as well.
It's information overload right now. Yeah, this is a lot to take in. I'm gonna be honest.
Icon. Oh wow, why was that not on? Okay, well if you download Questy and you don't have this, look at the swords on the map. What these swords on the map represent is here's where the boars are. This is a kill quest, so they will be swords. If I needed to loot 10 boar meat, it would just become a little bag, but it would still show on the map where they are. Okay, so Questy, your whole map is gonna look hideous. But as long as you know what these icons represent, it doesn't look as bad and it looks better. It just tells you where things are. Hey, go kill 10 boars. Accept the quest, don't read the rest. Open your map and you'll see where the swords are. It tells you where to go. You should play with Questy. I don't care what anyone says. Now the next add-on, Rested XP. This is a newer add-on and it is debatable whether or not you want to use it. I will be using it, as will probably most people in the guild. It automates everything. It will give you, let me just download it and show you. It's such a big add-on with so much time and effort put into it, you have to pay for it.
What, Rested XP, the great add-on?
However, Tactics is going to give everyone free codes. So you're going to have Rested XP for free.
Would I have it for free?
Basically, a bunch of speed levelers have played this game and they have optimized the living fuck out of it. It will give you an arrow. It will tell you where to run. When you need to buy milk from some guy for a quest, you'll talk to the guy. The add-on will auto buy it. It'll do everything, and then the arrow changes. Okay, now run here. You just follow the arrow the whole time. All you do is follow this fucking arrow all the way to 60. You still got to play the game. You still got to kill mobs. But a lot of people don't like it because they say it ruins the experience. That is up to you. I will be using it. Let me see if I can get this add-on working so you can see it. Rested XP guides. So the free version only works until level 20, but again, we're going to get as many as we need. So it's going to pop up on your screen. It's ugly as hell. It looks like this. Fucking survival guide. Do not do speedrun. You cannot handle it. Ultimate hardcore survival guide. You're going to select this. If you want to do dungeons with people, enable that. You want to do group quests, enable that. We are not using the auction house. Disable that or just don't check it. Hostile enemy warning. We have an add-on that already does it, but you can turn this on here if you want. What the fuck? Oh, all the dungeons. You can check all of these if you want, or just do select recommended. I would do that. Submit. You're good. Now you have this. Okay. Here is kill 10 boars and talk to this guy. And also you have these active targets. You can drag this around and move it. Dantes, you fuck. So you can move this over here. You don't need Questy anymore. You only.
Bro, why am I catching every stray?
Active targets. So it will mark every mob you need to kill. See, it just put a skull over this board for you. It tells you if they're within your range. Where's my arrow? Here's your arrow. Move that. Just gonna follow it. And now it's taking me to the area. Kill boars. So you can use Rested XP. Follow the arrow. I'm not gonna level for you guys here, but everyone else, do your thing. One last.
Get on stream now.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Two I find so far that I really like as a noob is the also the VoIP add-on, or not VoIP, the AI voiceover for the quests, like the lore and jazz. I've been enjoying that.
Okay. If you want the quest to be read to you, just type in voiceover.
Guys,
also, if you have sight problems, that does help you.
Guys, I'm just gonna say it.
Cool.
I'm the Lisan Al Gaib of World of Warcraft.
Every quest you're gonna be getting,
and whether you want to believe it or not, that's on you.
To you. Like the undead sound like undead, the orcs sound like orcs. It's actually really good. It's been pretty fleshed out. You can download these, if you want. I turn them off because they get fucking annoying. Last add-on, minimap button. Where is it? So look at my minimap. These are all my add-ons. Look at it's garbage. This is fucking miserable. All this does is it will combine them into this. And I just click that. Bang. You can hold Alt and you can drag it wherever
getting.
you want. So every add-on is now nicely organized. Very nice. All right.
Loki, I'll get that one.
I think Leatrix does this as well by default.
Does it?
It does not.
Yes, you need to.
Well, it is not doing it by default.
Not by default, but you can put it so it does. So you don't download another add-on.
Well,
Just download another fucking add-on. Who cares? Just download the button. It's great.
Dude.
Last add-on, super important. You'll thank me later. Peggle. Peggle is great because you will be flying a lot in this game, and there's
every
a lot of
night
running and
after I
walking.
do a good job on my
miserable.
stream.
There's a whole lot of nothing going on. You can download this, and you can play Peggle in WoW. It's great.
Undeads, no undeads. We're not doing that shit. You guys should use the bathroom, grab a snack on the flight path only.
Sorry,
okay?
shut up. I'm playing Peggle.
You don't go to the
Undead
bathroom.
are
I play
cringe.
Peggle in the bathroom.
All right, starting here. So that's all the add-ons. Kept it simple.
There was one.
Anything else?
One more I wanted to mention, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
One I found that was really nice because God, there's so many fucking settings in this game. I found an add-on called account-wide interface option settings that saves them for you. So
That's
when you
really
make a new
good,
character,
but
you don't have to do it all again.
Well, all of these settings
Guys,
will carry over.
what the
The only
fuck
thing
is
that
a
won't carry over
flight path?
is going to be you enabling your action bars. Bang, bang, bang. Everything else you did should carry over the account. Maybe not key bindings, but
Auto doesn't either.
There's a setting that some of the League streamers were using. It's like a right click to move because that's what they use. Don't use that. Yeah, don't use that. You're gonna walk off the edge. Just get used to using your arrows.
Who the fuck was doing that?
I'm not gonna say, but some people were using it. And,
It wasn't me.
It will get you killed. Absolutely.
Do not use right click to move.
What was the name of the add-on that you moved over settings for? Because I'm
Dantes? It wasn't fucking me.
So something like that would be great.
It was called account-wide interface option settings.
Thank you.
Moving on. Got a lot more to go over here. Hopefully we can move quicker.
She's just
I don't
chilling
wanna
and
overload you guys.
questing. Respect.
Glossary. There's a bunch of different lingo that's going to go on. Not a big deal. You probably know what most of these are. LOS stands
She's
for line of
gaming?
sight.
Yep.
Very important. If someone's casting a fireball and you move behind a big building, the fireball will get canceled. You just LOS'd it. Dispel, removing buffs and debuffs, obviously. Petri is a level 50 flask that we would love to use at 60, but we probably won't have it. Dot, damage over time. Warlocks specialize in that. Enemies may dot you, and you'll take damage over time. AoE.
Bro, I know this because of League.
Mages specialize in
I know this because of League.
massive AoE damage. Cleave
Fucking
is hitting
League
like,
IQ.
Cleave and AoE kind of go hand in hand.
For a second, I thought he stopped talking
version.
because he heard me.
But it's like not full AoE.
like,
It's
oh,
like
no.
2 or 3 targets. Bis, best in slot. You cannot get better gear than that. It's Bis. Out of mana. You're going to get fucking used to that if you are a character with mana. Kiting is running away. Trying to like do damage while they can't hurt you. You should be kiting if you're a ranged person. Global cooldown GCD, you can see the example. Even if spells don't have a cooldown, they have a GCD. 1 second. Shadow, everything's on GCD for the most part. Proc, random occurrence, certain actions in the game can randomly activate other effects, so procking something. Silence, CC, and kick. Crowd control, basically turning someone into a sheep is CC. Kicking is interrupting casting. You're not going to need to know. Oh, there's a video for us, actually. You can see he's locked out. It's a kick. This is dumb. Let's move on. Weapon skills and defense. All right. This is going to affect you early on in the game. So, warriors specifically. Your race, you will not be able to use every weapon in the game. Let's say, as an undead warrior, you're going to start with swords. But you have to level it up. So, at level 1, your max sword skill is 5. At level 2, it goes to 10. Level 3, 15. And it keeps going up. But let's say you wanted to you found this really good axe. All right. As an undead, you do not start with the inherent ability to use axes. You will have to go to the vendor and you have to train it. It will cost 10 silver, which is a lot early on. And then your axe skill is going to be 1, which is the equivalent of trying to hit as a level 1. Even if you're level 30, your axe skill hasn't been trained. So you have to train your axe skill. It does not take long. It's not RuneScape. You can get your axe skill caught up to, let's say, you're level 20 in like 5 minutes. But just so you understand how it works. There's even defense skill. If you're playing a mage and you never get hit, you actually train defense by getting hit. A lot of hunters who have leveled really safely and never have gotten hit end up in a bad situation, and they take so much damage because their defense hasn't been leveled up. That is a thing. You can see all of your different skills and whatnot in your character panel, but just warriors specifically, and hunters maybe, and people that are going to be using different weapons throughout. Pay attention to your weapon skill and how all that works.
Guys!
Class trainers, spells, and D ranking.
I'm a man.
I told you guys, every 2 levels, you get new spells. You get to go train.
Oh, fuck.
It costs money. They are expensive. A lot of your money is going to go towards training these spells. You can downrank them. So if you just have your rank 1 fireball as a mage, you get that at level 1. Obviously, it's going to do no fucking damage at level 60. So as you level, you're going to upgrade fireball into rank 2, and then rank 3, and rank 4. This is for every single class. Downranking is when you use a lower rank on purpose. Again, this game is from 2004, and Blizzard was dumb as fuck. They had no idea how people would abuse these spell ranks. For example, Frost Nova does, let's just say it does 10 damage at rank 1. At max rank, it does 50 damage. No difference. But what Frost Nova does is it does this big AoE blast that roots people in place. There's really not a good reason to train higher ranks of Frost Nova. You should just use the lowest rank because it still does the same CC. It does have the same range. The only difference is the damage, which is completely negligible. You don't care. Frostbolt. You can downrank.
So it's like maxing an ability last in League.
It's a 0.5 second cast. But it still slows them by 60% for 4 seconds or whatever it is. So a lot of downranking can go on. A lot of you do not need to worry about this. Start worrying about this when you're level 20, okay?
Pretty nice for mana cost.
Yeah. Oh, Zara, you did a video on this. Good for him. So you see all his different spell ranks. He's got 4 ranks of arcane intellect. He's got 5 arcane explosions, blah, blah, blah. There are some classes that should downrank some spells. If you are curious if your class should do it, ask someone who's good that's playing your class. All right, just figure out yourself.
Or just fucking wing it.
There is an add-on called Ranker, and it will notify you if you're using a lower rank of a spell.
Whatever. Once you reach level 10, you will get your first talent point. And from then on, you will get 1 point every single level. Talents shape up the way your class plays and are very important. If you don't know how to use your talent points, ask someone in the Discord or use one of the guides here.
Addons just asked me at level 2 or
vendoring and repairing.
I'm just going to put full damage.
Plus, it'll show you what you can safely vendor.
Full damage 1v9.
With the little gold icon in the top left, if you see that, that's a Leatrix Plus add-on. Tells you it's safe to vendor it. You will need gold to repair your gear. Once your items start falling apart, there's the icon. If you need to repair, this is what it'll look like. Your little portrait on the far right. Yellow means almost broken. Red, broken. You don't get any of the armor. You don't get any of the stats. It's almost like you're not wearing pants anymore.
Wait, so your gear can break?
All right. Professions. There are 9 primary professions, and there are 3 secondary ones.
I don't want any of them.
You can only have 2 primary professions.
I'm not a fucking wagey, Twitch chat. Twitch chat, is there an option to be unemployed?
Aid is a secondary profession, and it is probably the best profession in the game when it comes to helping you in combat. So everyone should have first aid. To level first aid, you just need cloth. Cloth drops off of humanoids. Anything that's not, like a beast, they're humanoid. And you can turn that cloth into bandages. You should be actively leveling first
Warriors
aid.
need first aid? Not me, though.
It's extremely good. This allows you to heal yourself in combat. First aid is mandatory in this guild. Do not undervalue it.
Not for me.
Engineering is another really good profession. However, it is a primary profession. This allows you to make bombs and target dummies, which can hold aggro and help you escape scary situations. If you're a noob, you should be mining and engineering, and your secondary profession should be first aid. If you really want to do another profession, you can. The other professions are things like tailoring, leatherworking or blacksmithing.
Guys,
and then to
tailoring.
farm materials for skin or for leatherworking, you have skinning.
You're on the phone with your
For blacksmithing, you can get mining, so you can collect ore. Those are all primary professions. I'm sure your race leaders have assigned people. We do not need 1,000 blacksmiths. We should only need maybe 2 or 3 on each because they can enchant everyone in the guild. The blacksmiths can make gear. We don't need 5 people making the same gear. But it's up to you. If you want to be the guild blacksmith, you can do it. But engineering will help you. I recommend as a new player, you go engineering, mining, and get first aid. There's also cooking. Cooking can make food. And if you eat that food for a certain duration, you will gain a buff. Very nice. And there's fishing. You can fish up materials, which you can cook. All of those are secondary. Up to you. Look into professions. Find out what your whole race is doing and see where you fit in.
Dantes, you're going to be so clueless.
Important
You've been
materials.
goofing
Cloth,
off the entire
very good for first aid.
presentation.
Make sure you dedicate your
That's
cloth
what you
to leveling
think.
that.
I'm like a sponge. I absorb everything that I hear.
I'm sure your race leaders are going to talk. There's no race leaders. I'm sure your race is going to talk about it. In order to level enchanting, you have to disenchant good gear. At first, I'm sure everyone's going to be equipping those greens and whatnot, but later on, we're going to want to funnel those greens into an enchanter. Because we're doing guild self-found, we don't have the auction house. We're going to have to work together on that. Food and water. At first, assuming you guys have all practiced, level 1 through 10, you have not felt Classic WoW yet. All of your regeneration in the lower levels is severely overtuned. On purpose. You're in the fucking tutorial. Later on, your passive regen is going to be terrible. In order to give yourself mana back, you have to drink water. In order to give yourself health back, you need to eat food or use first aid bandages. Both are good. You can buy these from vendors, but fucking get used to eating and drinking in this game. Next slide. Threat. You shouldn't have to worry about this while leveling, but I would like for you guys to understand the mechanic and kind of know how it works. Maybe if you're leveling with someone else, threat is what is going to determine who the mob is going to attack. If you do more damage than person B, the mob will attack you because you are generating more threat. There are spells and things in this game that tanks can do that maybe don't do a lot of damage, but generate a high amount of threat. And we saw details, we downloaded it, or tiny threat. You can see who the top of the threat meter is. You need to have this for rating. So understanding it is good, but this is a late game thing mainly. But spells, there are instant casts. The effect happens as soon as you press the button. Can be
Don't worry, you won't reach it to the raids. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. I'm going to be the first one to hit level 60 in the guild.
The way these work is they instantly start doing, maybe drain life. Every half a second you channel it, it will drain life and heal you and do damage. But if you get hit during it, it can make the channel not last as long. It'll interrupt it. Every other spell, here's a cast. It doesn't do anything until the cast is finished, like Fireball. Make sure that cast is done. We're going to talk about spell pushback. Perfect. Getting hit while casting a spell will prolong the cast. You'll probably notice this as a caster at level 1. Just so you know, that's how that works. Let's see what this video is.
I'm going to fear this animal, of course. Can I ever... What the f*** is this?
That is spell pushback. It happens when people are hitting you. All right, solid video. Good example.
I'm gonna fear this animal.
Next, melee and ranged combat. Each time you use your weapon, you have to wait a certain amount of time. So we talked about your weapon swing timer. Warriors are going to want this. It's very important. There are effects that can increase or decrease your swing time, like troll racial, increases attack speed. You can't make this really... By spamming it over and over, toggling your attack, Dantes, you will not make it happen quicker. It takes a certain amount of time for it to go off. Simple.
Bro, I'm catching every fucking stray!
Only some classes will have parry.
Bro, what are we watching here? What's this guy doing?
Hey, stop dodging my fucking attacks. What is... Like, I'm close to being dead here. Am I dying to... No way. I mean...
07.
It happens. That can happen. So
What?
there's miss, there's dodge, there's parry, and there is resist. All of these are RNG as fuck. You can see your percentages in your spell book. Parry is unique though because if you
That
parry
guy
an attack,
died to a trash mob.
increase the swing
dying
timer of your
before
next.
level
So if
10.
you parry something as a
Couldn't be
warrior
me.
with a big two-handed weapon, you can make your next attack happen instantly. So parry haste is a thing. Very cool. Dodge has other effects, blah, blah, blah. Combat.
Oh my god.
Aggro range, running into other mobs. Let's look at Pops here.
Oh shit. Looks like I'm gonna be dead if I don't get the fuck out of here. I knew it. I should
I like this guy.
Not paying attention. Oh fuck no. God damn it.
So to pause the video, you can see that these mobs have red names. In your starting zone, all the mobs are for the most part going to be yellow. Yellow are not going to attack you unless you attack them first. Later on, that's going to change. Almost every mob is going to have red health or a red name. That means you get near them, they attack you. That mob was level 55. That was a guard for a horde city while he's alliance. So it aggroes from even farther away. Aggro range is very important. That's how that works.
So I guess you always need to be paying attention, right, guys?
Days. So here's what we're talking about. If you were at the very beginning, people were mentioning days. This is why you need to be able to strafe. Let's watch the video and we'll talk more about it.
Don't daze me. Fuck! I'm gonna die, man.
Bro, this guy's like fucking Udyr. Wait, he's 1v1 as fuck.
Help Durov! Anyone! Help Durov!
Pay attention? Okay.
Guys!
All right. So every single time he was slowed, that is a daze. Daze can only happen when if they hit your back, which is a chance to slow you down, to keep you from fleeing. If you strafe, like I talked about, it's considered hitting your front. So if you're running away from a mob, try not to show your back. Don't backpedal. Strafe. Backpedaling is you at that point you might as well be
means you run to the side, right?
I'll give you guys an example. So that is the daze mechanic. Try to not show your back.
So in a situation like that, is there like a possibility he can run away, or is he just kind of dead?
No, he can run away. So mobs will not chase you forever. They will not.
So Soda just said it's a fucking skill
basically,
diff.
you pull them. If you run, I don't know, 30, I don't know how many yards, 50 yards away, whatever, when you pulled them, and if you don't attack them, which would releash them, they'll just run away. And while you're running away, try to get out of that range as soon as you can. To do that, don't get slowed. Don't get dazed. Daze will also dismount you, but you can't get them out until level 40, so don't worry about that. But that's how daze works.
All right, target dummy. Okay, this is where he dies. Now I recognize this.
Okay, can someone please help?
Yep. So a lot of debate over that grenade. I don't know how these mobs actually work. Are they perma-leashed?
So I'm not going to watch this whole video, but basically these mobs are chasing him for so long. God, I look bad. Because he's releashing them. If he were to just keep running, not do damage, not do anything, they would just run away. I don't know if these mobs are like perma-leashed. I'm saying that in the video already because it's like more of a quest mob. But in general, if you're trying to run away, stop fucking attacking them. Just run away. Focus on that. Don't re-hit them.
He had a punishment for killing Amru, so he heard random sounds from add-ons. Like,
one real quick thing on that, because I got that advice, but I didn't realize you have to press escape physically to stop hitting them. So just so people know.
Oh yeah, turning off auto attack. Yeah, you gotta try to turn off auto attack.
Healing yourself does not reset threat, by the way. It doesn't leash.
Okay, so yeah, heal yourself all you fucking want. Don't stand still and cast a 10-second heal. Whatever. Moving on. All right, y'all will figure it out. You'll play the game and you'll learn things.
Amru's gonna be
All right,
an undead DPS
aggro.
warrior as
Fleeing
well.
mobs.
Wait, what are the chances that I end up dying and Laura doesn't, and then her and Amru just start teaming up?
Cockroach, but let's say these are all humans, including the cockroach.
I'm gonna be alone, getting shit on.
Or a humanoid runs over to another humanoid, it will pull those humanoids. Finish your mobs off and kill them. In this video, this is going to show a cockroach. It's a unique, weird, gimmicky thing, but assume it's like a human. So look at the cockroach. That blurry ass yellow bar is a cockroach, literally. If you can see it there, and they don't notice it, and it's running over to those guys in the distance. That's a boss, very scary boss. And there's the cockroach. You can kind of see it. Look at it. And it made its way all the way to the boss. And now the boss is coming in.
Oh, that's bugged.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh no, that's not good, dude.
Now, you don't have to worry about cockroaches. This is like a late game thing. It's weird that cockroaches are able to do that threat. It's almost like a meme, but it is the truth. But this will apply while you're questing. If you're killing a humanoid and it tries to run away from you because it's low health, if he makes it to other mobs, he will call for help. It will work that way. So that's social aggro, so you understand. Let's close this fucking Jesus Christ. So bad at this PowerPoint. All right, fatigue. You shouldn't have to deal with fatigue. Fatigue is basically to keep you from running off of the map forever. Here's how it works. This is some random guy who is swimming out into the ocean. He left the border.
Tyler
now he's going to have this fatigue bar start ticking down. Okay, let's skip forward to when it reaches 0. The border. This guy fucking tabs back in and he realizes it. Okay, let's skip forward. We'll see what happens.
Is that chance?
Let me get this straight.
No, it's soda popping.
Okay.
So you can kind of tell where fatigue is going to start in the mini map. Notice the slight color change. My cam's covering it, but if you're looking at the Discord, it should be fine. The slight color change is where fatigue would start. In this case, wow, it starts really fucking early.
Sorry.
His health is ticking down. Dead. He did not make it back. That's the fatigue mechanic. Dangerous mobs. You shouldn't run into a ton of these, but you might. Your regular ass mobs are going to be like this guy in the middle left. There's no special border. It's normal. And you see how that number is yellow? That means it is within 2 levels of you. So if you're level 10, that means level 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 mobs are yellow. This is good. You like these mobs. These are the mobs you should be killing. If it's green, that means they're at least 3 levels below you. They're easy, and they're still worth XP. In some cases, you should be killing them. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes your quest will have you do it. That's fine.
Don't attack anything
They just are
above
lower
yellow.
level. And then gray means they're not worth any XP. Okay, the number 22 there. Red, 3 levels or higher. above you.
21.
Scary. You shouldn't kill these if you can help it. I would avoid it. You don't get the most... It's not that beneficial to kill orange. Sorry, not red. Orange. But you shouldn't be fighting orange if you can help it. Skull means it's at least 10 levels above you. You're fucked. You will not kill it. I don't care what class you are. Unless you're like a sweat doing some cheese mechanic, you're not killing these guys. Stay away from them. And now the borders. These borders also have an effect. You won't see them very often. For the most part, you're just going to see this golden border. This is an elite mob. If they have this wing, if you see this silver border up here, that wing means it's also an elite. So if it's a silver border and a wing, don't kill it. If it's just a silver border like this, it's not an elite. It's just a rare mob. Kill it. It's good XP. Oh, and it already talked over elite enemies. I just went through it. Anyways. All right. City guards and PvP flagging. We're playing hardcore WoW. This isn't a PvP server. You don't want to be PvP flagged. Especially if you're a bigger streamer. Someone will absolutely try and kill you if you're PvP flagged. When they PvP flag themselves, or if they attack you, they also flag themselves. So people try to, they don't want to risk their own character just to kill you. But if you're a big streamer, you're worth the risk. Things that can flag you is pulling these guards. We already watched this clip, but this is a horde town. And it's actually horrendously placed. Tons of Alliance die here because they just don't know that there's guards. When this guard hits pops, he is now PvP flagged.
Looks like I'm gonna be dead if I don't get the fuck out of here. I knew it.
But it didn't matter because the guards themselves killed him.
Where should we look to avoid that as horde?
Oh, fuck. Honestly, I don't even know.
You'll see Barrens.
We're probably going to have another PowerPoint that's going to go over those unique and niche things. As you can see, this is a knowledge check. This whole game is a fucking knowledge check. It sucks ass. So, moving on. Don't worry about that too much yet. Hearthstoning.
Oh my god.
Yep. Hearthstoning.
Am I gonna catch another stray?
Teleports you back to wherever you set your home. Every single town that you go to will have an innkeeper. You can change your Hearthstone and you'll cast it and it'll take you to that innkeeper. It is a 1 hour cooldown. If you use rested XP, it will tell you when to Hearth. It does all that for you. If you're not, up to you. Yeah, just Hearth whenever the fuck you want. It's good to use. You'll see it in your bags when you first log in. Boats. This is another knowledge thing. There's boats and there's zeppelins, and these things basically just teleport.
Wait, guys, what if in Booty Bay there were a bunch of people twerking in the ship halls until the walls were literally like coated in shit?
Knowing where these boats take you, etc. You can figure that out. You can see it with Leatrix, actually. Let me share my screen again with WoW. So re-tab in so you can look at it. Leatrix Maps, the add-on I had you guys download, will have these two little atlas-looking things. You'll click it. So this is a Zeppelin right here outside. Click it. It takes you here. You see these atlases. This is probably the most commonly used one. Is the Zeppelin from Org to Undercity. Those are two big main cities. Undercity being the Horde city and Orgrimmar being the Orc city. Highly used. Then there's Gromgol, STV. There's Ratchet. You'll learn all of these. You'll get used to it over time. Don't worry about it. You won't have to use them too much early on. Actually, you might have to use Org to Undercity, but yeah. Moving on. Zeppelins, exact same thing. There's boats and there's Zeppelins. They're the same functioning. They just look different. You can board them from towers. They will transport you. What is this video? Oh. Here's a guy on the Zeppelin. Don't get fucking impatient on these things. Just wait for them to park. But I think this person's not going to do that.
It'd be kind of funny if he... Oh, he did.
Oh my god. He had 15 health, dude. I had 15.
Yeah, you do this, you're going to die. Just wait. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Just so you can see this.
Bro.
You can do that jump, that's fine. But this is where it parks. That is how Zeppelins and boats work. Right. Control F5. Moving on. Flight paths. You're going to talk to flight masters in every single town. They're all kind of connected. You can fly to locations. Very important. You'll be using this a lot. It also costs money, which by the time later on, you're not going to care about the cost anymore. But early on, maybe you will. Probably not. You don't care about the cost. Common death causes. Okay. Let's get to the fun part. A bunch of fuck-ups people tend to make. Let's just see what's on here. Fall damage. A lot of people die to this. This is the Night Elf starting zone.
That takes me back.
Dead. If you've never played WoW, you probably are not good at measuring whether or not a fall is going to kill you. Just try not to take too much fall damage. It adds up quick. Hyper spawns. Oh, look, it's a clip of me. This is going to be very common during fresh servers. So because there's going to be so many people playing, they're probably going to ramp up the respawn time of mobs. That can be very scary, but here's an example of it happening. I don't think I die here, but...
It'd be funny if you did.
See, there's just... Yeah, two spawn... This is the starting zone. These mobs are extremely easy. No issues. Even as a warrior, you're completely fine. But if this was, say a level 15 area, I'd be kind of sweating. You got to be really careful. Try not to go too deep into any areas where mobs are spawning, because if you do, they can all spawn behind you, and that sucks. Drowning. Let's see how drowning looks.
Bro, that Torn isn't wearing any clothes!
So your breath, this functions just like fatigue. If your breath bar reaches 0, you're not dead. But your health will start ticking down. Look at the top left. Just so you guys aren't freaking out as your breath meter goes
also,
down.
Also, can't undead,
your health
forever?
is still fine for a bit. And you're dead.
Can you log out?
10 minutes? Okay.
Back?
I don't know. I don't think you can log out during that.
If you're an undead, you don't have to worry about this. They have a racial for it.
Really?
Well, you're not a mute. No, it just doubles your breath as an undead. But,
Dead, no
all right,
dogs, no care.
hold on.
So be
Everyone,
careful.
pay attention to this. Everyone. This is, we're going to have deaths. If you die like this, you're losing bonus points. Okay? This is Undercity. This is the undead city. Okay? They're big capital.
Don't look at me! Shut up!
Underground. So as you enter Undercity or leave it, you will go through these elevators. People die in these elevators all the time. So here's an example of someone dying.
No, yo, I'm stuck. Wait, am I fucked? Okay, I'm good.
They don't smush you.
Yo, what happens if it falls on me? Will I not die? Wow, yo. Wait.
This is the good part.
Dead.
Never gets old.
So
What went
to
wrong?
not die to that, go ahead.
Classic.
Like, what went wrong?
Okay, so what went wrong? First of all, she's sitting here spacing the fuck out on the elevator. Don't fucking do that. Get off the elevator. And then she decides to leave at the worst fucking time I've ever seen. Watch. So the game thinks she's now like in a leveled area, but the door closed right at that moment. This happens more than it should.
That's funny.
And now it's like she jumped off.
Soda. That's a very dark location, and I could kind of see myself doing that with my vision issues.
You're excused.
If she didn't jump, would she have been fine?
Yeah. She would have.
No, I think she still would have died.
No, she would have rode the elevator back down.
Get off the elevator and get on the elevator as soon as the doors allow you to.
It's literally because she jumps. Yeah, just
like,
don't jump and you won't die. It's super easy to understand.
Doors open, get off.
If you die on that, you're just a dumbass.
Don't be this. And look at your chat with that door wide fucking open. This screenshot right here. This is why she's dead. That's it. It's very avoidable. Next.
All right. Oh, there's a back door for Undercity.
Don't worry about that. Just don't fuck up the elevator. Layering. Holy fuck. Okay. As I said, there's going to be a ton of layers. All right. And that is because the population is going to be too high in these areas. There's not going to be any mobs. So they split everyone into layers. However, you can go to other people's layers when they invite you. So if you get invited to a group, you will join the layer of the person that invited you to the group. So he joined the group. So now the game is trying to layer him, but it can't happen. But it will happen as soon as combat leaves. Done. He's out of combat. So now the game is trying to layer him. On this layer, none of those mobs are dead. The game from now on is trying to bring you to the layer of the person who invited you. You don't want to be in an area where there's a bunch of corpses, because that layer that you're going to go to, they might all be alive and they might all surround you. Just be like, you can join layers all you want in the city. Who cares? Doesn't matter. You can do it on a flight path. You can do it when you know it's safe, where there's no mobs there. But layering is very scary. Be careful with that. Next.
Quick question. Does layering only occur when you're joining a group or joining with someone else?
Yes.
Okay.
For the most part, it shouldn't just happen.
Do you even understand anything? Yes, bro. I'm like a sponge.
What?
I'm like SpongeBob.
They made it so if you're
But here's someone doing a mock garage.
Never accept any duels like him.
Wait, is he gonna do it? Is that mock? Oh wait, dude, he's doing it. Wait, this is actually a duel to the death. He actually did it. What? Oh my god, this guy's insane. Why would he do it? Why would he do it? Oh, he resisted. Oh god, wait. I'm playing this terrible. Wait, I'm gonna actually, dude, I'm gonna get in here. I feel so bad. He said it's over, question mark? Oh my god. He didn't even know. He didn't even know that.
Okay. Mock garage are duels to the death. You don't gain anything by doing them. Do not accept mock garage. Every viewer in this game is going to try and mock garage you for fun. Just don't do it. It is the biggest waste of time to no fucking avail, especially if you're a noob. Then I'm worried you're just dead and you start over. Like, do not do it for the content. It is a waste of time and no one cares. It's low-level PvP, it's unbalanced, stupid, and just dumb. Don't do it. So we talked about patrolling mobs, how there's randomly like mobs that are higher level than the zone you currently are in. In this case, the mob that kills this summit, by the way, is the same level, but it's like a boss. And he didn't have a unit scan. So let's see how it plays out. He's level 59, by the way. He's almost done. This is months of grinding.
What does he mean months? He can get level 6 in like 2 weeks.
How do you even find that out?
Duskwing is a level 60 elite.
This is so
He's
sad,
dead.
man.
So he's level 57. He was close to being done. That's it. It's all gone. Every bit of his, all of it, there's no rewinding time. It is gone.
In like 2
Yeah.
seconds. What happened?
Yeah.
That's unlucky.
It is unlucky, but is a level 60 elite. There are mobs that will be a higher level difference than this in like level 20 and 30 zones that you have to be careful of.
If
You just stay out.
If you ever see a mob that has a skull for a level, you will die instantly. Just run away.
And Summit had 11 days played on that character.
That's 24. It's not just 11 days. It is 24 hours, 24 times 11 of being on the game playing. That is playing time. So it is gone. This whole hardcore experience is about playing it safe as fuck. All right? Because one death, you're starting over completely. And it's not like a fucking league match where you're done in 30 minutes. This is months of grinding. One fuck up like that, it's gone instantly. You won't even realize it's hit you until that night, and you're going to cry to sleep. It sucks ass. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Just
try not to die.
Wait, is that true? Like, would people start crying?
Did it spawn in, or was it a Larry thing?
No, that's just
walks around
patrolling
that area.
So the units,
okay.
the unit scan add-on that we had you download is going to basically be like ring ring, like alert, like
I
hey,
cried when I died on my
we
level
detect
60
one of these
warrior.
mobs and
Man
now,
up,
there's a situation where
motherfucker.
you
Men
could just
don't
layer
have
in,
feelings.
and that mob could be on top of you and you just die. That would be really unlucky. But you should try to be, if you really care, hey, Eastern Plaguelands is where I'm currently leveling. What are the mobs I got to look out for? Oh, Duskwing is one of them. Maybe don't layer at all until you're back in the town, because you could layer into it and die. It's unlikely. Like the zone is huge, but it can happen. Moving on. Escort quests. You shouldn't see a bunch of these escort quests a whole lot early on, but they're scary. You have to escort an NPC from point A to point B. They walk through hostile mobs. They don't care. They walk in a straight line. And during the escort quests, there is scripted moments where mobs come in. So you could get bad RNG where scripted mobs come in and it walks through other mobs, equaling a pool as big as this one. So he's escorting the chicken to his right.
No, I think that's a duck.
This is around level 47. He clearly has the error speech toggled on.
I mean, he's a moron, dude. He walked into 6.
You see, he just ran away, and now he's not going to die. Running away can be your best friend. So, escort quests can be very spooky. Don't fuck with them. I think your first escort quest might be like level 15-ish. You don't have to do it, but you might run into him. This is how it can go wrong. How the fuck do I go to the next slide? Is that it? And then aside from that, yeah, log in and just start leveling. When you get a guild invite from OnlyFans or whatever our guild name is, accept that. Do not accept other guild invites. And that's it for the most part. Starforge is going to be giving away PCs throughout this whole thing. So a lot of you guys could just win a free fucking computer, depending on if you win or point leader, blah, blah, blah. You're welcome to level on a non-hardcore server and just limit test your character, but that's boring. Just level on hardcore, fuck up, die, go again. I'm gonna yell at you, but it's all memes. Who gives a fuck? Have fun.
Did you want to go?
I slightly went over.
All right, guys. Phase 1. All right, guys, you ready? Phase 1. What race do you align with? Where would you like to live? Wherever I can carve a place into the world? Where I was born, no matter how bad it gets? Adapt to any surrounding? Prefer to travel and roam freely? Guys, I'm going to be honest. Every day I wake up and I honestly sit there with nothing but hatred in my heart for the fact that I can't run around with a sword killing people. Seriously. Like, imagine there was a day where you could wake up in like the 1300s and just kill a couple people and steal their fucking like horses and land. And nowadays you have to fucking work a job playing solo queue 12 hours a day. This one. What is your least favorite alliance race? Who the fuck wants to be a gnome, dude? Yeah, dude, let me be a gnome. What weapon do you prefer? Guys, are spears cool? What do spears do? Because I would say sword, but spear sounds cool as fuck. Sword? Okay. Which ranged weapon? Probably a bow. Fuck a crossbow, that's cringe. What is your perspective on leadership? A leader respects the cycle of life and listens to the wisdom of the elders. No. A leader adapts to challenges and leads with the support of their tribe. Maybe. A leader should use any means necessary to survive and thrive. A leader makes the hard decisions for the greater good. I mean, a leader needs the support of their tribe. They need it. Phase 2. What's your favorite way to spend a lazy afternoon? Taking a long walk? No. Planning an adventure? No. Working on a new project? No. Relaxing by the fire? No. Dude, where's the fucking rotting in bed browsing Instagram Reels and fucking playing League? Okay. If you could bring one ally to a dungeon, who would it be? A healer. A fucking healer, no? Because then they just like, they perma-help you. How do you describe your ideal outfit? Loose and flowing? No. Comfortable and practical? No. Anything black! Alright. What's your go-to strategy when playing games? Becoming the most legendary warrior. Real! If you could have any profession in Azeroth, what would you choose? Herbalism, no. Engineering, no. Blacksmithing. I mean, dude, I don't want to be a fucking alchemy nerd, and I also don't want any of this bullshit. Probably blacksmithing, right?
Best hacker in the world.
And Andrew, 19 months old. Thank you. What's your ideal mount? A fierce and loyal wolf, a nimble panther, a phoenix, Joyce 5. Guys, I don't know what to choose. Wait, do I choose Joyce? You've been cursed. What's the curse? What? I don't know what to... I guess this? I don't know. Okay, how do you react to an unexpected treasure on a quest? I steal it. Save it for later, maybe. Ask your team if anyone needs it more. Nope. Grab it before someone else does. Choice. No, dude, I would yoink it. I don't give a fuck. Guys, I'm not choosing choice 5. Okay, fine. Choice 5. Alright, what's your go-to way to unwind after a long adventure? Enjoying a drink, sitting by a campfire, reading a book, practicing your combat moves. Real. Which artifact would you want to possess? A cloak that grants invisibility? A sword with unmatched power? Ooh, yeah. Very important questions. Do not underthink these. You're facing a difficult choice. What do? Close your eyes and pick randomly. Ask a murloc for advice. The fuck is a murloc? Flip a coin? They're little fish monsters? Can you put your inside them or no? Show them what the real monster is. Yes? Okay, good. What's your signature battle cry? Who moved my mana biscuits?
No mana. No mana. You have no mana, bitch. You have no mana! Get the fuck out of
here! For pancakes and glory, by the power of grilled cheese. What is going on? I mean, I guess I like grilled cheese, dude. I don't know. What would you name your personal flying mount? The Flap Master 3000. Bro, isn't that what stars named their after like fucking 20 years of getting in the... Yes? Okay, that's what I thought. Featherstorm, Cloudhopper, Winged Wally. I mean, this is cool. You aggroed an entire group of enemies? What's your first move? Hit every button on your toolbar. Spin towards the nearest you and hide, Ariel. Spin in circles? I feel like this is more of like... Yeah, on some Demacia shit. What's your way to gather materials for crafting? Bribing squirrels to bring you nuts? Stealing rocks? Picking plants? Nah, I'd want to steal from people. I think that's funny. What's the strangest thing you'd fish up in Azeroth? A gnome? A boot? A pet fish? I don't know what the fuck a guild tabard is. A boot, dude. Why not? Which festival are you most likely to attend? Love is in the air. No, already got someone. Hallows End at 1 free candy. Brewfest if I'm an alcoholic. Midsummer Fire Festival. Yeah, just start burning people alive. Why not? What would be the weirdest reason for starting a PvP fight? They insulted the color of your transmog outfit. Transmog doesn't mean what you think it means. I don't care. It has a funny TikTok buzzword. I'm going to choose it. What's the silliest thing you'd bring to a fight? Glitter bombs, a frying pan, a potion, or a boombox? You're at the auction house. What's your first reaction? Who knew Murloc eggs would be in such demand? Why is everything so expensive? Submit. Soda will reveal your race at the race ceremony.
He is an orc.
Oh my god!
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
How'd you make this quiz, man?
Zug.
We
definitely need map hard orc.
But guys, why is everyone getting orc though?
We have Dante's. Dante's is orc.
Again? It's fine. So we got orc.
Biotox. Biotox is also orc.
So wait, there everyone's orc.
Man. Wait, hold on. Sorry.
You have 170 people to go through. It's fine.
Sorry, I made a mistake on the last two.
Oh, okay.
Bio? They are
Early,
actually
guys, you have to wait for the end of
Dante's
voting.
and Biotox are not orc, they are undead.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's solid!
Some diversity.
Wait, good race switch! So wait, I'm a minority.